Hello folks, and welcome back to Songs of Six. I'm 𝘬𝘬𝘀𝘬𝑑𝑦𝑠, and we're going to get back in and start another game here. And I promise we won't starve to death in the first hour of play. Let's go build a map, shall we? Confirm. Yeah, we're going to just stick with the Crotonians for a while. Just a reminder, I am learning this game live. So I did a little bit of play between episodes to make sure that I had the absolute fundamentals down. But, you know, this is all still new for me, so be kind in your comments. Not like that one person who literally had themselves muted from my channel because they were just that bad. I would ideally like to have water, fresh water, with an overlap of 2 resources, but that is asking a lot. In fact, this landmass is not really great. So what I'm going to do is go through the process of generating probably several maps and look for the spot that will do well for us, that has no warnings and has some resources to exploit. So let's just let that happen, and I'll be back with you in a moment. And it took a while, but we have landed on this spot here with, what is that? Coal, ore, and clay. So let's generate and find out who our neighbors are. So we are here, 𝘬𝘬𝘂𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘂, our capital. To the east, 1.32 thousand of Blazens. I don't know what that race is called. Down here we have more of that race, 680 of them. More of that race, 50 of them. 5.11, I want to call them the dwarves. I don't know what they are. And 1.64 of them, K of them up above there. So there's a lot of population around us. Hopefully they're not going to go all hostile all at once. Let's get into things here. And here we are. We have a lake to our north, mountain to our south with our deposits. And yeah, lots of stuff around. I can't tell if this is a sheep or like a cougar. I'm liking to think it's like a cougar type of thing. Maybe it's hostile. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is just have a look around here. I would like there to be wild vegetables fairly close, and wild fruits and wild grain all fairly close to the center, which is probably where we're going to end up. But let's have a look at the fertility map here. Fertility, there's a nice chunk there. And not a whole lot. Yeah, I think we're going to re-roll this. Okay, and this one, on the other hand, I mean, I don't like how much of this stuff is up there, crammed against the edge of the map, so we'll probably end up re-rolling, which is unfortunate, because I like it otherwise. We've got grain and mushrooms and wild vegetables and fruit, all fairly central. And there's a nice patch of fertility down here. Lots over there, but yeah, I want to see if we can avoid having all of this stuff crammed on top of it. I don't know if it's a mistake going with such small mountain patches. But, I don't know. I'm going to find the perfect map for me, and I'll bring it back. Alright, this is just the next map re-roll. We have kind of the same problem as the first time around. Stuff is a little far away, but at least it's like down the road. We got grain, fruits, vegetables, and nothing is too far out other than like the herbs are way out there and whatever these guys are. Kind of peacock looking things. And stuff is a little crammed down here, but overall we don't have like a whole bunch of nodes in that area. So I think we're going to go with that. Oh, fertility. We have a fair bit to the east, a lot to the south. And yeah, I think maybe if we start over a little bit to the right here. Honestly, one of the things about this game that bothers me is how twisty the roads are, because I just want to straighten them out. They don't make a lot of sense to me. This one kind of makes more sense to me. because it's relatively straight, but the way these meander around so much is kind of weird to me. We're gonna find it if that thing's hostile too. So if this ends up being a patch of fertility in the forest there, maybe we start building up here. Well, actually, it's decently fertile up there too. I'll tell you what, let's site ourselves right on the road. I've not tried this before. We'll see how it goes, and we'll probably end up straightening out this piece of road anyways. So put that right there, and let's meet some people. Now I want to double check. I had read that you could rename them by clicking on the name. Maybe that was in a previous version. I read it on Steam and it did come from Jake the developer, so okay, so that's not the case. We're not renaming right now. We are first going to build our warehouse, because we need a place to store things. That's not changing. We're gonna build out of wood to start with, and I think I'm just gonna go. What do I even think here? 7x6 is the size of that building. So if we go 7x6 to start, I think that'll be fine. Let's get some crates. And it's a little off, isn't it? Oh yeah, so it wants access from like all sides or most sides. That's like max size. Sure, you know what? Let's just start with that. Get a couple doors in the ends, maybe one on the bottom, and not overthink it too much. It's not going to be perfect. We can always tear it down later if it is really annoying. And let's get our people to, yes, profess their loyalty to us, their liege, I guess. And who's gonna stay prostrate for the longest? It's down to this one right here, 𝘓𝘦𝘨𝘪𝘴. Cool. Well, good for you. I wish I could rename you. There's nothing here that is... Like, really? Was I reading something for a different game? I'm really blown away that I can't rename this person. Clicking all over the place. Anyways, we mark them as a favorite. We'll come back to them if it I don't know, becomes a thing later. I'll do some more research, see if I can find some more up-to-date information. We do start off with a number of materials, and this is one of the things. We have 20 rations, and I thought that would last us a little longer than it did, but I definitely won't make the mistake of missing out on that this time. In fact, we got fruit. Is that right here? It is right here. So if we go for forage, we can see fruit here. We'll grab a bunch of that. We'll grab a bunch of veg. And what else did I see? There's some grain up here. Is there a thing I'm missing? Mushrooms. I've never tried making a mushroom farm, so we'll just add a few of those. And that might be it for now. We can go after cotton and that other stuff later. So I'll speed it up a little bit. We'll get this made, and then they should go off and forage. There's nothing stopping me, I guess, from laying out some more stuff. In particular, we want to have a look at fields pretty quickly. So we're going to go for a fruit farm. And all the way up here? Or down there is the question. Let's try and keep things relatively compact for now. In fact, maybe we'll just go with these long ones. 15 by 4 fruit orchard, or fruit farm. And then we're gonna go for a veg farm. 15 by 4 beneath it. Although we can probably butt them next to each other, and then we're using all the best soil fertility. And what else is there? There's grain. And I think we'll stop with those there, because we don't want to go too nutty. Alright, beyond that, we're going to need a hearth and all that fun stuff. Well, we want to just start with a big well. It'll take a lot of stuff, so maybe not. 20 rock instead of 2. So we'll start with a small well. We'll get a hearth. And we'll go a little bigger on the hearth. We'll put it there. And this road will carry on. And probably reconnect with it over there. But that's not a priority right now. Priority is getting some space to put things. So let's speed it up. Of course, they're gonna go build that other stuff anyways. I did learn there's a thing in here. Suspend job. Suspend job. And that way they will work on the things that you want them to work on first. So, we'll start with that farm. They need to go forage though, so maybe I'll even suspend that. And hopefully they'll come back. Yeah, build the storage. Thank you kindly. There we go, storage is made. Let's click in there. We're going to need an employee, which I have queued. We're going to need a place to store... yeah. Fruit, mushrooms, veg, wood, stone. How many is that? 5 of 15. And what else are we going to... grain... And there's also one thing that I totally forgot about and almost forgot about again. We start with livestock. So we can put in a livestock farm right away, and I think I'm going to go for oryx. So an oryx pasture. I wish I could see the fertility. What am I... Go away. This... How do I see that again? Oh yeah, it's here. Fertility. So yeah, we can make it up here. I don't know how much the fertility matters with the pasture. Let's leave a gap between uses here and go 15 by 15. It's big, but it'll be good. Oh yeah, gate. It needs a gate. This isn't as simple as making the other thing. I think we'll just put a gate. Sure. Center. And you need huts for your critters. So let's just put... And efficiency actually is at 100% there, so it doesn't really matter if I make 2. Maybe I'll just... Okay, putting that in puts it at 100%, so let's not overcomplicate it. And then we can turn off fertility. And what they'll do is they'll take those livestock and start loading them in there. And that's a source of food. Even though these guys don't like to eat meat, I think they do anyways. Hasn't quite been clear to me. But, you know, I may go ahead and suspend this job too. I want you to go... Get the stuff. Yeah, okay. Move stuff around. Great. But I want you to forage. Please, friends, forage. They're probably going to have to cut some wood, too, so we're going to go to fell tree. I just don't quite understand why they don't do a variety of things. It seems like everyone wants to do the one thing. Now, suspending a job. How do you unsuspend a job? That's a question. We still have 20 rations. Now, if I remember correctly, there are 4 days per season. I could be very wrong, but I think it is 4. It is day 2 of spring. Yeah, and it looks like we're coming up on halfway. It looks like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So 16 days per year. I've either got that. It's either 4 or 2 per season. But I'm pretty sure because we're on day 2 and we haven't gone halfway, it's 4. So 16 days per year. So that's the way things have got to kind of spread out production-wise. What are you guys all doing? You're hanging out. You're supposed to be foraging. Like, literally only one guy has a full-time job. This guy's chopping lumber. The rest of them should be foraging. Biding time. While the city is divinely built, consider making it look a bit more organic. Dude, you're so far ahead of yourself. What are we saying here? Edible vegetables must be ripe late summer. Oh, so we're too soon. Well, this makes sense. So late summer. So we really have nothing to do but build or go hunt. And hunting is certainly something we can do. We can send a couple of people off to... Well, what do we have? We have Onks. I keep wanting to call him Onyx. And okay, so yeah, this is one of the things is these guys are awful far out. It's okay. We're gonna hunt a couple of them, so at least we have some meat. But then again, you know, I should just unsuspend this if I can figure out how. Enable maintenance, activate job. Hey, it's like the opposite thing. Exactly. So, we'll get them back on those jobs. We'll get them back on these jobs. I'm glad I paused it while I was reasoning through that. Of course, things have to be right. Totally sensible. And again, a reminder, I am just learning the game, so be kind. We got a party of 3 headed down to do a little hunting. What else do we have down there? Ore? No, whatever that is. Probably copper, if I had to guess. Iron, stone, jewels, copper, iron. Yeah. There we go. This is actually a lot of trees they're going to have to cut down, so let's move things along here. Day 3 of spring. Year 1 of the first stage. Yeah, given that it's day 3 in the morning, we're halfway through the season. That looks right. Guess it's, yeah, that's the problem with making it in the forest, is it just creates a lot of extra labor. So I think we'll get them all to focus over here. We want to get our livestock released into a pen. Because we're not going to be able to plant until we have seeds anyways. And we do have a bit of grain, I believe. Yeah, 40 grain, so we could plant the grain farm. And livestock in storage do, I guess, die over time. So we're down to 15. So it's important to get them released sooner than later. Trees are down, and we have progressed into day 1 of summer. Let's have a look at these things. It is still saying late summer. Understandable. Getting all the tiles worked out, getting the little hut worked out, and this is ready to go. So, I'm gonna add... No, I think we'll start it with 2 employees. I could put it on auto employ and let it just, yeah, adjust the amount each day based on workload. That seems fine. Let's activate this one. I think that's the grain farm. Yep. So that one should be ready to go pretty soon. We could start with our own first road here. It really does make a difference. You can see actually where they have kind of worn a path, shows up in a lighter color. So we'll just add a couple little roads like that. Let's move along. Now, I guess this isn't the easiest start to keep in mind. Chopping trees takes time. Surprise. But they've done a pretty good job here getting that going. And we can go and activate these jobs as well, so at least they get the groundworks done. It's probably time for us to work on planning some buildings, though. So... a carpenter is a pretty important thing, I've learned, and let's put in a carpenter of 6x7. It needs storage, which we'll put there. Needs workbenches, which, yeah, I guess we're somewhat limited here. And then auxiliary workbench. Efficiency is at 100 there, so you know, I think I'll just put that back in that corner. And we'll let it have some open space. Feel like a nice, comfortable work area. 2 doors over there, a little man access door there. And I think that will do for carpentry. At least for this moment. I'm gonna hold off making a road, though. So we get a little warehouse, a carpentry coming up. Of course, we're gonna need houses, but I think they'll survive without them for now. And you can see we got the oryx in here. And the way this works is it has a production value of 1.47 meat a day, 1.47 leather a day, and plus 0.18, I guess, animals? Amount that is estimated to be produced each day. Yeah, it's not really saying what, but that's fine. I think that's just how often your animals reproduce. And hey, look, I think, yeah, they have started to forage for the stuff that we want. Just super good. We're getting these farms in. It's great. Alright, let's not let too much time go by. Although they do seem pretty busy, so there's really not a whole lot more I should load up. Is this job suspended? Yeah, it was. Okay. I think all the jobs are starting suspended. Yeah, strange. Anyways, roads going in. Carpentry going in. Of course, it's going to mean, you know, more trees coming down. But hey, we have a source of food, which is a heck of a lot better than last time. The idea is to start looking after some of their needs as soon as the carpentry is up. We'll start looking at housing, as a matter of fact. Housing. House. And what do we have here? So we have apartments. Longhouse. Or just a regular house. It's got doors on the right. Doors on the right. I was kind of hoping they would be a little different. Just trying to think of how I want these. I suppose it doesn't matter that much. It would be cool if you could custom make them. Alright, I think what I'll do... Yeah, see, they're starting deselected. Let's just put a couple back to back like that. And then maybe we'll leave an alley between, but that's enough to start us off. Oh, I clicked planning. When enabled, place jobs will not be performed until manually activated by your grace. So that's what was causing that. I clicked the wrong thing. Activate job. So that'll start giving us some of that. Oh, I just double-clicked that to accept a person where I really wanted to come here and see how many there were. But, so we have one extra person coming in. You got to be careful, apparently, because bringing in too many at once, you can see the yellow is a decline of loyalty. It's trending down to 73%, I think it said. 72. And it will go up again because, you know, new people, they don't like new people coming in, but those new people soon become old people, or at least established people, and things even out. So, almost done there. Carpentry's coming along nicely. And yeah, this is producing, is it? Yeah, one person necessary. So hey, we're making food. What is this saying? Job needs a resource that is unobtainable in your city before it can be performed. Okay, that's fine. Is that because these aren't ready to go? No, they haven't done it yet. They've got too much other stuff to do. So we need to let some of the jobs finish up so that the workforce is free to go forage. And if we're employing 2 people there, 1 person in a warehouse, 1 person, yeah, so 2, 3, 4 people, that means in fact we only have 6 people doing construction and other odd jobs. So we need to just cool that and let them kind of do their thing. Of course, this is going to take another person here. No, don't refurnish it. You can kind of click on it and say you want to change it, but I don't want to do that. Alright, we're starting to get the stuff in the carpentry, and it wants to employ 3 people. I'm going to cut that back to 1 for now. Oh, it's on auto employ. Yeah, I'm going to cut it back to 1. We'll just keep 1 person picking away at that stuff because we don't need the furniture immediately, but it won't be long at all before we do. And this is looking good. Yeah, off they go to forage, which is really great to see. And I do wonder, maybe if you have more experience with the game than I, do I want to forage everything here, or do I want to just leave some of it to regrow next year? Maybe that's not a thing in the game. I remember hearing that you want to leave some animals. There's still a whole lot of stuff hanging out down here. Yeah, you want to leave some animals, but otherwise, free game. Okay, meat and leather. They weren't being stored, so we'll go ahead and do that. And that'll cause that stuff to get picked up, I imagine, when they're done doing what they're doing. Anyways, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this first episode. Just a few basics down, and I look forward to expanding the town from there. Thank you very much for watching. You've been excellent. Watching me, I don't know. I don't know why people say that. I watch YouTubers that say, "You've all been great." You're watching this after the fact, and it's like, I'll see you later. I'm not going to see any of you later. We don't see each other other than in comments. So I'll read your comments later, and I'll respond to your comments later. But anyways, rant and ramble. I do hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.